So we've had a lot of fun today with these two buses. We've had a new diesel bus and a new Bluebird propane bus, and we got to put them through a lot of different comparisons. The first one we want to talk about, and some of the results we have, are the decibel readings that we took.
Yeah, the results were pretty surprising. So at idle, we were 7 decibels quieter with the Bluebird propane-powered bus over the diesel bus. At wide open throttle, surprisingly, the propane bus was a little bit higher decibel reading. And we think that is because the higher horsepower of the propane engine, the higher RPM of the propane engine made it a little bit louder. Really, I think the most shocking result for me was we were 14 decibels quieter in the loading zone. So where the students are getting on and off the bus at the beginning and the end of the day, 14 decibels is really a significant number.
And that's really a critical communication zone, because that's where a driver's talking to students that are getting on and getting off that bus.
Right, that's what I thought. So how'd the emission system look?
So we lifted the two buses up, and we really got a great view of what the mechanics and maintenance people have to deal with regularly. So we looked at the propane bus, and really it's a simple passive emission system. Outside of a catalytic converter and a handful of O2 sensors, it's a very basic system, and the longevity of it should be supported right along with it. And to go a little bit further with that simple emission system, we're also meeting a low level of NOx with that emission system and no extra hardware. By comparison, when we lifted up the diesel bus, there was a lot of componentry and stuff outside of the diesel engine that you're going to have to look at and work on for the entire life cycle of that bus. Whether we're talking about the diesel emission filter or fluid, the diesel particulate filter, the SCR system, all those dosing controls and the sensors that we saw in that system that go along with it, it's going to be a considerable service item with a lot of cost associated with it. What do we see, Adam, though, on the maintenance side?
So we didn't spend a whole lot of time looking at maintenance, and honestly it's because with the propane bus there really isn't that much to maintain. We took a look at the oil filter, the oil pan with the amount of oil that you have to put in the bus. The propane bus really shines in that department, you know, with the one filter and the small amount of oil that goes in that thing. So as far as maintenance goes, really not a whole lot to talk about. On the diesel side, you do have a couple, you know, an extra filter or two, more oil. So yeah, a little bit more to maintain on the diesel side.
Well, we also went out and got these buses on the road because we wanted to know if the old adage of a diesel bus has more power really held true. So we used our GPS device and we measured both these vehicles on the exact same route, and we checked out the 0 to 30 and 0 to 60 acceleration times. And what we found was that not only did the propane do better, it did considerably better. On the 0 to 30, we saw almost a full 4 seconds. It was about 3 seconds and change acceleration improvement over the diesel. That same route on 0 to 60, almost 14 seconds faster. So even though that diesel has more torque than the propane bus, what we found out is that the rubber just doesn't meet the road, and the propane bus outperforms in both categories. So what do you think really overall we learned today, Adam?
Well, I think you can draw some pretty good conclusions. You know, really everybody's pretty much in conclusion that propane buses can save you money.
Absolutely.
They're better for the environment. Where we really get a lot of back and forth with fleet owners are,
do you sacrifice anything?
Yeah, propane buses, maybe they're harder to work on, you need specialized tools. I think what we really found today is it's just not true.
So you could have the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I think you could. And the fact that it's a lot quieter and a better experience for the children riding the bus, I think you can't really discount that as well.
Yeah, I think as riding on both buses today, as a driver and a rider, I think my experience was better both on the propane bus. Quieter, we could talk easily amongst each other, and we had better throttle response to get out into the high-speed traffic.
Right, and I don't know about you, but if I was working on a bus, those emission systems we took a look at, I mean, I know which one I would choose. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So thanks for joining us today and looking at our comparison between these two buses. To learn more about Roush Cleantech, please visit us at roushcleantech.com. Thank you.